Hey guys, what is up? What is up? What is up? So this is Nilesh Jain, and I'm welcome you on the Entrepreneurs Warrior Show. This is where we interview entrepreneurs, affiliate marketer, coaches, and consultant who is doing great in their business, in their journey. And in this amazing series of my interviews, today we have a super awesome guest with us. He is also called as a monopoly man. He is known as a digital real estate person, and he is the software seller and a master of passive income. So without further ado, let's have Brandon Duff on the stage. So welcome, Brandon. How are you?
Thank you so much. That was like a great intro. I really appreciate that. That was like the best intro I've ever had. So thanks for having me on the show.
Wow, that's great, and really grateful to have you on the show. So how, before we get starting the show, are you hearing me loud and clear?
Yeah, you sound great.
Awesome. Awesome. So guys, if you're with us on live, drop hashtag live, or with us on replay, drop hashtag replay. And make sure you take notes because Brendan is going to share with you lots of information related to passive income and online, how you can earn more money. So are you guys ready? So if you are ready, just type it down, ready in the chat box. Hey Brandon, sorry RJ, thank you so much RJ for hopping on live. So
What's up, RJ?
So, could you share a little bit about yourself on how you got started into this online business? So, the people who don't know you about you, so they also started knowing you. So, kind of your backstory.
Yeah, definitely. So I was a personal trainer. I did it for about 7 years or so. And I realized I was just trading time for money. And in doing so, if I was not working, say going on vacation, I was kind of getting double tapped. So I couldn't train my clients and not make money. And then I would go on vacation, I would have to pay for vacation. So it was like that double tap. So I had to figure out a way to really take myself away from the business so I can work on the business and be able to grow it. And I didn't I think in 2000 at the end of 2019 actually I decided to give up personal training. I went to Burning Man. I don't know if you guys know what Burning Man is, but it's like a big hippie convention in a sense out in the desert. And so when I went, I ended up coming back to California and we moved to Texas. And I didn't want to continue training anymore. I wanted to do something different. So my first take was actually starting in Funnel Hacking Live and doing the One Funnel Away challenge. And I loved the One Funnel Away challenge. So if you guys haven't taken this, I know there'll be a link down below so that you guys can join the One Funnel Away. I know that it's definitely a great way to get started. So definitely check out any links down below. So that's how I got started. I made a couple grand the first time I went through, and then I got into ClickFunnels community, did pretty well. I had interviews with a lot of the kind of big names within the ClickFunnels community. From there, I started a software company, but I was more of an affiliate for like ClickFunnels and High Level. And then I decided to create my own software because I figured it'd be better to have my own software because I can control what it can do and how much I can charge for it. And so we ended up creating a organic software tool for Facebook that is a Facebook CRM tool, which is a client relationships manager. And it allows me to kind of track where my leads are, to follow up with people. So it just made it a lot easier to find leads on Facebook and to follow up with my leads and potential hot clients. And then from there, I started to get into crypto. I've always been interested in real estate, and I've invested in real estate over the last like 7, 8 years. So yeah, that's been kind of my journey of starting from the One Funnel Away challenge to starting and selling software to making my own software and then getting into the whole digital real estate aspect.
Oh man, this is something a crazy story, and I can say my journey started with One Funnel Away challenge because the first time I joined 2.0, One Funnel Away Challenge 2.0 when Russell is relaunched it in the January 2021, and from there so many things are changes in my journey in my life. So definitely the One Funnel Away Challenge is the thing that helped me in my journey, and yeah, you are affiliate, you created your own software, and right now you are talking a lot about digital real estate. So can you share what is the digital real estate in your terms, and how you made six figures out of it. So my audience and me keen to know more about what is digital real estate in your terms.
So in digital real estate, is a lot of people are focused on the metaverse right now, and Facebook is just renamed their whole platform to Meta. And so when you're getting into the metaverse, you're thinking of like a separate platform than reality, and something that you can interact with or engage with on a kind of a interface level. And so we owned real estate in Las Vegas and Nevada, and we owned a house. And so we rented that house out to other people to live in, just like anyone would if they're renting. And so what we did is we started getting into play to earn space, or games that you could make money in. And so what I started doing is buying these game assets and using those assets and rent them out to other players. And those players would pretty much take those assets and play the games with them and earn a percentage of the profits that they generated. And we would split those profits. And so we played, for instance, a game called Axie Infinity. And in that game, players would play against each other at battle, kind of like a Pokemon game, and earn crypto. And then they would take that crypto and either cash it out and pay for their rent or pay for food or bikes so they can travel to, because a lot of the people that were using our assets were from the Philippines. And so they've had all sorts of typhoons and a really kind of hard knock life. And so being able to play these games have helped them really afford what they couldn't afford because their local economy was just trash. Not that their economy is trash, but the cost, the local economy couldn't afford to pay people what they needed. So they went online. And so then they started getting into these games. And then that's when I learned about Axie Infinity. And we started, again, renting out our assets. And now we've just been buying other games. So we bought something about $50,000 on one metaverse game called Mirandus, which is an outpost that we own. We have some Rebel bots, land in Rebel bots. So it's a lot of digital real estate I consider as more crypto, and we're using those in-game items or lands to rent out to players so that they can either build on them or use them to earn crypto. And now we just take that crypto and we buy our long-term assets. And I taught in our inner circle, we talk about a thing called the infinite money loop. And I'll kind of share that with you guys today. And essentially what we're doing is I don't know if you guys, well, in the United States at least, you can take your crypto and borrow against it, just like you can with real estate in the United States. You're able to take out the equity and use that equity to buy more real estate. And so with how the United States taxes crypto, it's taxed like real estate, and we're able to borrow against our crypto. So say, for instance, I have a Bitcoin, or say I'm going to make numbers easy because this is not actually I can just times it by 5. Say I have 5 Bitcoin right now, which is around $100,000. I can take out 50% of that, and that'd be $50,000. I can then take that $50,000 and put that into my bank account. And so I'd have $100,000 in crypto. I'd have a $50,000 loan on my crypto. And then I can use that to buy a rental property. Not that a rental property is $50,000, but say I buy some land, and I can take that real life land, I can build upon it, put a house on it, rent it out, and then it appreciates. And then I can essentially get a loan on that house and rent it out to someone, so I get cash flow. And then I can take the extra money that I've received and buy more crypto and then put it back onto my loan. And that creates that ultimate money loop. And in doing so, I have 2 assets. Now I have Bitcoin and I have a rental property that can both appreciate and provide cash flow depending on how you utilize your crypto, or if you rent out the actual rental property. So when I think of digital real estate, I'm really just talking about digital land in the metaverse or the cryptoverse that I'm able to use to create cash flow or to create some kind of leverage point where I can make more money from it.
Wow, that is literally
I can't hear you.
Hello.
Yep.
Now you're.
Yep.
Now that's great. And right now things are moving towards metaverse and Web 3.0, and you are doing this kind of thing really great, and great to know more about like how it's work from you. So you are mostly into the software and you build your own softwares. So my question is there is my people is mostly affiliate marketer coaches. How they build their own software and generate revenue from that, like for coaches how they create software for their coaching business, or affiliate marketer they create their software, or how they make some money from by creating software.
Yeah, definitely. So when I first started out, I was like we talked about ClickFunnels, and then I realized that a lot of people were doing funnel hacking, which in the community of ClickFunnels means you go through someone's funnel, you copy their copy, their framework, their whole style of their funnel, and then you adjust it because you're not doing plagiarism. You're adjusting it to your own copy, your own market research, but you have like a template in a sense. And so I thought that took too long for me anyways. And so what I did was I used a software called High Level, which I could then copy someone's ClickFunnels page and use it as my own, and then copy it. I know there's tools with ClickFunnels where you can Chrome extensions copy other people's funnels. So I mean, it's the same thing. I just happen to use High Level. And what I did was I took the High Level and you can white label it. And so I put my own branding on it, and then I would sell it to ClickFunnels users and collect. I sold, I think, 8 of them, which paid for the first 2 years of High Level. And I charged, I think, $1,200, maybe it was $1,250 for a year subscription to it. And that allowed me to pay for my whole pretty much High Level account for the next 2 years, so that everything was profit in that point. So that's how I got started. And then I took the profits from there and hired a developer because I can't program at all. And so I hired a developer to create a software for me. But I didn't just want one piece of software, because I was using this Chrome tool and that Chrome tool and this other Chrome tool and this other software. And then I was like, well, why am I having 4 Chrome tools paying for, $50 each every single month, when I could just create my own and combine them all into one and then sell them to other people? And so from there, I used that, and it's called Super Facebook Tools. And we took that and we started selling it to people. But then people wanted to start white labeling our software, because just like I white labeled High Level and sold to other people, I figured I'd give that option to other people. So now people white label our software. RJ actually uses our software, and he sells it to other people and collects 100% of the profits from that. They can charge whatever they want. They just pay us a monthly subscription to charge whatever they want and put their name on it. And so in doing so, that just allowed people to sell our software as if it was their own. So I don't know how to program. I just hired someone else to do it, but you can white label if you're someone who wants to sell software. And I highly recommend like the trifecta of affiliate marketing, or just being a coach in general, is typically training, software, and then coaching, like ongoing coaching, where the training helps with just like the questions, like the videos that you go through, and then the community, where it's like a growth community. They help you all each other, and then you have software that really ties everything together. And so in doing so, we've been able to create our software and then sell it to other people. And now those people are taking our software and selling it to their audience. And so if you can look for products that you can white label, you can just put your name on it, and you never have to really worry about creating your own and having to worry about all the bugs that happen when Facebook decides to change their some of their coding, and then it goes down. You don't have to hire another developer to fix it. You have someone who's already doing that, and then you just have to tell your audience, hey, it's the team's working on it, and you don't have to. You can just be hands off. So I've always liked white labeling products, because it's an easy way to get in, and it kind of creates your own personal brand around something.
Yeah, that is my voice is hello.
Yep, you're good.
So that is great thing that you just mentioned, and the point hire someone because I am not coder. So then that one thing remind me like who, not how. By Russell
Right,
Brunson.
exactly.
So that is great thing you just share, and really creating your own software is actually create your own brand. And if you are not if you don't know where to, so you can white label the thing, and that is great point. So for coaches and for affiliate marketer, they use it as their own product and they attract more customers, target audience. So that is great point. So you're mostly into this all those things of software automation. So my next question to you is like at what stage people need to shift towards automation into their business, like beginner, intermediate, or advanced? Like advanced people already into the automation, but at what stage, like beginner on the beginning stage or at intermediate stage?
That's a loaded question because I think it doesn't really matter what stage you're in. I mean, you don't need automation. I
Mhm.
mean, but you could too. It just really depends on you and your technicalities of how much you want to spend learning how to automate stuff. I mean, if you do it as a beginning and you want to get hands off and you're not wanting to work, then automation is a great tool. But if you say hire a team salespeople and they're doing all the work for you, then you really don't need automation either. If you're just saying selling high ticket and having them, buy from a Stripe account with a Stripe link, then you can do that too. So it just really depends. For me, I think that the sooner you can get with learning how to automate things, the better. Just because it's going to save you time down the road, it's going to save you a headache. But then there's a learning curve to it, and then two, there's usually a monthly cost to it. So it really just depends on your time versus your money. If you have money coming in and you have that expense where you can buy back your time with automation, then I highly recommend it. But if you don't have any money, then you're going to have to use sweat equity or your own time to start building that passive income or building that revenue or that recurring income so that you can buy back your time with automation. So it really depends on how much money you have, because if you have money, then you can buy back your time with automation.
Wow, that's great. That's a really great answer. So definitely, if you have money, then you can definitely save your time and purchase automation. So you are going to get more result from the automation, and you do the different task or to grow your business on the next level, next
Right.
step. That is great point, great answer. So as you created multiple boring passive income, so can you throw more light on it? Like what kind of passive income stream that you are using right now? And if you
There's a lot. So in the crypto space, like I said, we have play to earn games where we're making passive income from that, where players are playing our games. We own lands like in Axie Infinity, where I just bought a piece of land for $2,000, and we're getting crypto from that. I have a helium miner upstairs, where is adding part of the network for the Internet of Things, and I get passive income from that. I have a small rental car business where I rent out my car, and it's through an app on my phone, and people come to my house, pick up my car, use it for the week, and then return it. I get money from that. We have a software company called Super Facebook Tools, where we have end users who use it, and then we have people who white label it. So that's two revenue streams there. And then we have micro transactions within our software that gives us passive income. I get some affiliate commissions through high level. Maybe I don't even think I do ClickFunnels anymore, and some other products, mostly just high level because it's the only one really I focus on for affiliate marketing. What else? Rental property. I'm monetized on YouTube, so I make money there. I have programs, so like boringpassiveincome.com. We have an inner circle where I charge a monthly subscription for that, so I get money from there. So just multiple streams. I have like more micro businesses that build up and that I can scale, and that allows me to just build passive income off of. And then I do have some other crypto affiliate programs that I'm a part of, but they're not worth mentioning.
that is literally, I think 8 to 10 or more than that you tell me right now, and that is something crazy. So again, my according to my audience, affiliate marketers, how they grow as an affiliate. Would you like to share something things from your experience on how they grow more sales, get more sales on affiliate products of theirs?
Yeah. So depending on, so I actually have a bit. If you guys haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, I highly recommend it. I'll
I
have
joined
a
the
link down below. But I actually have a video coming out on Friday that talks about affiliate marketing. And so I think the number one thing is having confidence. If you don't have confidence in yourself, I think that you're going to do not so well in marketing, because if you don't have confidence in yourself, you're not going to be able to sell something. Also, if you don't have confidence in the product that you're selling, and have the conviction in that product that it can actually change lives, then it's going to be really hard to sell. So those two things I think are very important, and being anyone online, because if you don't have the conviction in the product and you don't think it's going to sell, it's because it's just your audience and your customers are going to feel that, and it's going to come out in your marketing, it's going to come out in your lives and your talking, in your copy and everything. So in doing so, you're not going to do yourself any good, and you're not going to do your customers any good by pushing a product that you don't believe in. Since if you don't believe in it, they're not going to believe in it. So there's no reason for them to buy from you. So I think those two things are very important. Also, being able to have a product that you can create a lot of content around. And the more you can learn about and do market research about that particular product, the more content you can create around those different products or that product itself. For instance, when I started with High Level, I knew about funnels, and I knew how the software worked and how to use it. So when I got into ClickFunnels, I kind of knew the pain points of that, and so I could create content around that. Like funnel hacking, and I went to Funnel Hacking Live, and I was on a podcast with Stephen Larson, and all these different things. So I was able to really create content around that particular product. So if you have one conviction in the product, have confidence in yourself, and you understand how to use the product and the pain points, then you can create content around that particular product to solve people's problems, and then they will need to buy the product that you actually are pushing out there. Also, I would focus on groups that are around that particular niche. So if it's to make money online, you want to be in those groups providing content, and then take them from those groups and bring them into your ecosystem. Because if you can bring them into your ecosystem, you're going to build credibility, you're going to build authority, and you're going to build just trust with those people, and then they're going to be lifetime customers of yours. So I think those four things, and I think 4 other things that I'm just going to be talking about in the video that I posted that's coming out on Friday. So definitely check that one out. But I would say those are probably the top 4 that you want to be able to do, because I think the number one starts with confidence too. Like if you don't have confidence or conviction in the product, then you're never going to be able to sell it. So that's the number one for me.
Yeah, definitely. Confidence is something that is literally a great thing, because if I'm not confident on myself, on my product, then I'm not able to sell it to the marketplace. And definitely that is a true point. So confidence is something best point there you mention. And guys, if you are someone who is into affiliate marketing and struggling, then definitely you are not, your product is not bad. You just are not confident enough, right?
Right.
Most of the
Yeah,
time.
it's huge.
Yeah, so definitely. Thank you so much for this point. So people are scared to charge money right now. If they are into marketing from business from last 1 year, 2 years, but still they are not able to charge $1,000, $2,000, or they don't develop that mindset. So what is your suggestion to those people, those entrepreneurs?
So I think it goes back to what I said in the last point, which was confidence. If you have confidence in doing it, then you're going to be able to charge that much. I mean, we sold a Chromebook that we had for $200 that we bought for 200 and sold for 10,000. And so, I mean, it's really just being able to know that you're able to change people's lives. It doesn't matter what, I think, God, what is his name? Who's the CEO of ClickFunnels? Russell Brunson. He talked about how he had what was that?
Dave Woodward.
Yeah, so he had an iPhone, and he said, "I have this iPhone. Who would want it for $300, right?" And then he said, "But it has, it has this person's contact information. It has this person's contact information. It has every course that we created. Blah 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 blah." now I'm selling it for 5,000. Who wants? And everyone raised their hand. So it's just being able to, one, have a great offer that surrounds what you're putting out there, that solves a big issue or a big problem, knowing people's pain points, having confidence in it, and then being able to replicate that. So the more times you're able to sell a product for $500, you're going to be like, okay, I can sell this for $500 and it's been pretty easy. Let's try $1,000. And as you grow, one, in just your confidence, but as a business owner yourself, you can charge more. And the more bigger problems that you tend to solve, the higher price point you can charge. So it's getting comfortable and getting the confidence to be able to sell at a higher price point, but also being able to solve big problems.
Definitely. The more big problem, the more big money. Yeah, that is
exactly.
really awesome point. So, according to your experience, what is the biggest mistake people do when it comes to passive income or online income?
Probably not have a list, because if you don't have a list, an email list, you can't continuously contact those people, and you're constantly starting over every single day by not building a list. Because I don't know how many, I probably should do this more, but I have a lot of people that have messaged me on Messenger and I just haven't followed up with them. And being able to follow up with people is where your money is at. It's not like when you're trying to sell to someone online, you have to think of it like golf. Like the way you hit off the green or hit it onto the green, you need to keep following. That was a bad analogy. I'm going to erase that. But the more times you can just follow up people, because you're not going to make a hole in one every single time. You're going to slowly build that confidence, slowly build that trust, and then you can make those putts and make it in and make those sales. Every time you try and just shoot for a hole in one and then you don't follow up with that person, that's just hoping for a hole in one every single time, and that's never going to happen unless you're I don't know, there's no one that makes a hole in one every single putt that they go. So making sure that you follow up with people. I think the average time it takes for someone to sell something is 5 times of follow-ups before they actually purchase. So the more times, and that's why I didn't create it, but we had our team develop Super Facebook tools, is because I needed something that I could easily follow up with people and see where they are in my pipeline. And being able to have that in my software, I could be like, okay, I need to follow up with this person. I need to follow up with this person. And for me, it's visual. So I can see them on my dashboard and see them on Facebook. Okay, I need to follow up with this person, versus having it on a piece of paper where it gets lost or it gets thrown away, or you can't read your writing. So being able to see a face and then bring up the actual conversation and notes in there so I can follow up with them and see what I've talked about. So I think the biggest problem that people have with online is just not following up with people and not having some kind of tool to see who they've talked to and easily follow up with them. Because if you're spending hours trying to scroll through Messenger, especially like me, who I used to get 200 messages a day, and trying to scroll through 100 messages in a week just to find that one person that was like, oh, contact me next week, is never going to happen. So having someone where I could label them on my Messenger and easily visually see hot leads versus a cold lead makes it much easier to follow up with people.
Yeah, and definitely this.
There you go.
Now you're hearing me?
Yep.
Yeah, fortune is in the follow-up, definitely, and you throw a light on it. You throw a clear light on it, you need to set up a proper list. What people do, they just reaching towards new leads. They are just reaching towards old leads, but they are not following up with the people who are already into their lists. So that is a great point you just mentioned, and definitely, guys, show your love to Brandon on this particular interview, because he is sharing tons of golden nugget right now. So we are here for a few more minutes. So if you have any question, you can drop into our comment section and we can take the question. So before we wrap up the show, can you share where people follow you and where did people find you?
You can look at Facebook, Brandon Duff. I think most of my social media is my trainer Brandon, because I was a trainer before. So if you look, type in facebook.com/my trainer Brandon or Instagram, super easy. I don't use Instagram too much, but those are two platforms. You can look up YouTube, Brandon Duff, the boring passive income guy. So that's another platform that you can reach me on. So I would say those are probably the three easiest platforms to reach me on.
I drop all the link in the comment section. Go and check that out, or in the description section. So before we wrap, any three piece of advice from you to the new entrepreneurs before we close the show?
Yeah, definitely. I would say that I would say a lot of people say focus on two platforms, but I think one platform. So most people say Facebook, but I think that if you focus on two platforms, it's probably a little bit better, because if you have to think that the way people do marketing is there's disruptive marketing, like on Facebook, Instagram, where you're trying to kind of grab the attention of people. And then there's intensive marketing where people are searching for a particular topic or a problem to solve. And so that's why I'm on YouTube, because YouTube, over time it grows, and you're able to, whenever I post a video, I'm getting paid on because it's monetized. And every time I post on Facebook, I'm not getting paid on it. So it's being able to solve that problem and then bring them into your audience on Facebook. And then with Facebook, you're constantly on a hamster wheel, because you have to post new content, and then that content gets flooded by other people's content and news feeds and all that. So it just gets down the list. So I am lazy sometimes. So I'll go through my old content and reboost my posts. So for instance, on Facebook, like if I knew there was a good post I will go to that post and I'll comment on someone who commented on my post, and then I'll comment on it, and they'll boost it back to the top of the algorithm. And especially since it got a lot of comments, it will kind of be like shown to more people in a sense. So that's an easy way to kind of boost your content on Facebook. But have two platforms where you can, one, be focused on search and solving problems where people are like, how do I connect my mail gun to my ClickFunnels account? Or how do I join One Funnel Away? Or what is the best funnel for the One Funnel Away challenge? So these topics you can create on YouTube, versus you can't really do that on Facebook, because it's not attention grabbing. So you have to, having those two platforms, I think, is a good way to start as an entrepreneur online. And if you're in it for the long term, then you should be doing YouTube anyways, because that's how you really grow a online, become monetized on YouTube, is just constantly putting out content on YouTube.
That is great. YouTube is a long-term platform, and it give you more reach in the future, in the long term. So definitely. Yeah. So thank you so much, Brandon, for giving lots of golden nugget to me and my audience, and really grateful to have you on the show. Thank you so much once again for joining the interview show and giving the great value. I'll be joining you in a minute. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me. It's always a pleasure. I know we've been talking for a year. I'm so glad I was able to jump on this interview with you, and it's been a pleasure.
Yeah, it's really nice to have you on the show, and it's my pleasure to have you.
Thank you so much.
I'll be joining you in a minute.
Okay.
So there you go, guys. There you go. He is Brandon Duff, and he shared tons of golden nugget with you. So please do share. Thank you so much, by the way, Chiranjeevi, Bandana, RJ, or so many people. I'm not able to see your name. So thank you so much once again for joining our show. And if you are someone who is looking to start their, you are already intermediate or struggling into their journey, so you can start your journey of 2 Comma Club that is started from this 13th of July. It is the pathway to achieve your $1 million or pura total journey. So you can check that out. Here's the link, and I am dropped all the related link into the description. So go and check that out. So till then, Nilesh Jain signing off, and I'll join you with the next episode on the Entrepreneur's Warrior Show. So stay tuned. Bye bye.